Ben was an extreme square in that he doesn't really smoke, he doesn't drink, he sees things very clearly in terms of what is right and what isn't right. And then the paradox is he's a criminal of sorts. You know, he but in a good way. He will go the extra step, take the chance, and steal the Declaration of Independence if need be, or kidnap the President of the United States if need be, to get what he feels is right done. The Book of Secrets is the President's secret book, and it's something that I've actually heard about in my own life. That there's like an urban myth that every president has a book that is handed down, and by oath of secrecy they have to keep it to themselves, but in that book is all the answers to anything you've ever wondered about. Kennedy assassination, Roswell, you know, Cibola itself. Everything that has gone down is in that secret book, and it's been documented. I have to get the book, I have to find the book, and I have to kidnap the President of the United States for him to give me the information as to where I could get the book, which is an incredibly amusing situation in itself. I try to have an international mind when I look at the world. And when I go to different places, I try to understand the customs and be a part of the community somehow. I know I'm a visitor, but I try to embrace that. And I couldn't ask for a better location to be than London, England, or Paris, France. The Black Hills were unique to me. They were very, very special because it's a sacred area, Native American sacred ground. And I found it uniquely beautiful, South Dakota, and still something of a secret. I don't think people realize how beautiful that is in our own backyard. And it's definitely inspired the performances, being in these places. It's definitely given us all a little boost, a little jolt. It's like jazz. You know, everyone starts coming up with ideas at the spur of the moment that are very, very fresh and very electric. And I think it makes for exciting moments if you have a good editor and a good director, which we have. And Jerry's been like this on every one that I've worked on. It's like no net productions. It's you're on a high wire, and they know it, you know. And I've even asked sometimes, what is the reason for this? What is the philosophy behind this? But each and every time, and I think it's been 5 movies now. Each and every time, something good comes out of it, and that's what keeps me coming back. And I'd like to think that's what keeps Jerry coming back to me. It's interesting that John and I are genuinely stuck together. You know, he went to high school with me, and we were friendly, but there was always this little competitive tension there. I think he's the first to admit it. And here we find ourselves on National Treasure 1. I'm sure not really through any fault of John's. I think Jerry, knowing me and working with me, he really wanted me on the movie. But John sort of learned to love me again as I learned to love him again through the experience. And we've become closer friends than we ever were, than we were in high school. And now on the sequel, I feel that it's a genuine bond, and I look forward to working with him more and more. I like how he genuinely enjoys history, and that his only superpower is that he's read some history books. That's good stuff to me. And I didn't know these things about my own country. I like ancient history. I like to study about ancient civilizations and think about and wonder about what their beliefs were. But doing these movies has re-stimulated my interest in the very young history of the United States. And it's almost like the movie itself is defining me personally. I'm starting to really enjoy the idea of going on not treasure hunts per se, but expeditions and going to ancient places and trying to be around ancient architecture and learn something.